Okay, so it's Saturday at San Diego Comic-Con, the Geek Speak show out of here at the Interactive Zone. Behind me, the Sleepy Hollow on Fox thing. We are waiting for the stars of Sleepy Hollow. They're going to be here. We're going to try it. Angel and I are going to walk through the Oculus Rift experience. The Headless Horseman is going to come in and maybe cut our heads off. Don't lose your heads. Watch for the pictures on our Twitter. It's all going to be here. It's all going to be here on the Geek Speak show at San Diego Comic-Con. Watch for it.
He might be doing check-in still. Well, we like checking in because then if they keep records of it.
And it's 30. Like I'm wondering.
Cross swords. Cross swords.
So we're waiting for Tom Mison and Nicole Behari. They're going to go through it first. What they do on TV, we're going to see them do it right there. You're going to see, Angel, you're going to see Tom Mison right in front of you. He's going to walk right towards you like I'm doing right now. Not 3D.
How delicious.
What are you going to tell him?
Oh my God, like how does it feel to be the best of the best every fall season?
And then I'll take the camera from you as they take you away in one of those dark cars over there. So that's going to come up exclusively right here on the Geek Speak show. If you're not here at San Diego Comic-Con, it's okay. We're here. We're roasting. We're melting. We're everything. We need some ice cream. Food. So that's coming up. Sleepy Hollow right here on the Geek Speak show.
It's Mark Goffman, executive producer, showrunner.
So, Mark, did you really expect to have this kind of a reaction to the show after the first season?
This kind of reaction is just amazing. It's what you dream of. You know, you create a show, and this one I think was conceived a lot for fans that you would find at Comic-Con. And the fact that they've embraced the show in the way that they have just is incredibly gratifying.
Well, and I think it speaks to how well you've developed the show and taken the mythologies and just said, yeah, we're going with it, but we're also kind of tweaking it a little. Are you guys planning to do a lot more of that as we move forward?
Oh yeah, I mean, the premise of the initial pilot was so crazy, and the fact that everybody just went with that, we as creators of the show and as writers have continued to just every episode try to make that as crazy and as fun as we can.
So do you have years and years of material ready for us? Is that it?
I hope so.
Weeks and weeks for sure.
Okay, we'll start with that.
Sleepy Hollow is one of the most diverse TV shows on television. Do you think that's contributed to the success of the show? So how?
I think it's definitely. We're super proud of that, and I think that what it reflects is a real change. I think in the way that mainstream networks and movie studios are really looking at who's going to see movies, and hopefully it reflects a more accurate portrayal of who we all are.
And it becomes organic to the storytelling. We're able to tell a lot of stories about different cultures, different mythologies. It all just works really well and blends into what we're trying to do with the show.
Now, do you guys have like a Bible kind of written on where you kind of want the show to go and where you're going forward? Because I know the mythology is pretty strong in the show and it has a pretty set rules and things like that. So if you guys really kind of have the idea on where you're going, at least first,
One of the
you kind of come up with ideas as you go along as well.
One of the things we do at the beginning of the year is plan where we're going to end. And once you know where you're going to end that year, you know what you're building toward. And then you put your stakes in the ground and you can figure out what your mythology is going to be. And you usually choose an end point to springboard you into a whole new problem for the following season. You also want to leave enough room to find surprises and things you didn't expect along the way. Because there's wonderful gifts that come along when you know where you're going. So we do have a big picture, yeah.
When American school children start answering, putting down Ichabod Crane as one of our founding fathers on our American history test, do you consider that like a banner success of the wide appeal of your show or the downfall of civilization? Or both?
I think Ichabod would say it's the downfall of civilization.
Yeah, that's right.
But
yeah, he might, but one of the things we really try hard to do on the show is give the perspective of what we're doing today in society through the lens of Ichabod Crane, somebody who was there at the founding. So I hope that does give a little bit of, enlightened entertainment. The other thing is most of our twistery, most of the little pieces of textbook history starts with a kernel of truth. So whether it's the fact that George Washington's doctors really did try to resurrect him 3 days after he died, or Benjamin Franklin was experimenting with electricity, we take these real events and then we sort of pull back the veil and give a Sleepy Hollow twist, which I think is keeping people interested. So hopefully they'll go and look for what really happened.
Is there any dream cast that you have in mind? Anybody that you could think of even here at the
We
convention?
have our dream cast.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
really
should say
do.
guest stars.
One that we will have this year is Tim Musfield is going to be playing Benjamin Franklin, and
Nice.
we couldn't be more thrilled about that.
Nice. Well, we look forward to everybody that you bring on, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, yeah, I'm Lyndie Greenwood and I play Jenny Mills.
Thank you. So, how's the reaction to Comic-Con this year? Are you pretty excited?
I'm super excited. The panel yesterday was so warm and welcoming and the questions were so thoughtful. The fans are really smart.
Yeah, not surprising considering the show.
Yeah.
So, are you planning to do a lot more sister stuff as the season continues? Or
Well,
moves in?
yeah, I mean, it's not really what I plan, it's what the writers and producers plan. But yeah, there is definitely more exploration of Jenny's and Abby's relationship. And I think that's something that the audience has really responded to. It's really nice to see such a strong sister duo. We hadn't really seen that.
Like literally strong sisters,
Yeah,
you know?
in many senses. of the
Exactly.
word, yeah.
No,
so,
it's great. And
yeah.
just the entire, just the whole concept of not just guys kicking butt and saving the
just
show,
guys,
but it's
no.
the women as well. It's
Yeah.
it's a really great show in terms of just getting it across the spectrum.
It really
so,
is. Yeah, thank you.
Now, if you could say for the last season, was there a highlight episode or scene that Jenny had?
I would say one of my favorites was getting to play Possessed and work with Clancy Brown. I really loved doing that possession scene. And that was a great episode for me as well because I felt like Jenny and Abby really connected for the first time when the demon was finally exorcised and Jenny and Abby really finally sort of took a breath, took a hug, and that was really important.
And that was when they really connected again for everything.
Jenny is a unique representation of people on television who are identified as having mental illness. And so I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that role and kind of how that plays into your reading of the character.
It's a very good question. It's interesting because Jenny has, she's misrepresented, and there was a scene that was cut, unfortunately, from 106, where Jenny has a really good friend in the asylum, and I really wish that we had shown a bit more of that world because I think that it's important. I volunteered in mental health facilities in Toronto to realize that these are problems that everyone can face, and they're not so. There shouldn't be things that we don't talk about. There should be things that are accessible, and I think that the more that we have a dialogue, the better we'll be able to understand these issues. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really play that much into the character, but I like the conversation in general. Yeah.
So we should get rid of that stigma, basically.
Get rid of the stigma, definitely. And talk about it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
We're gonna actually.
Thank you.
And right up here, guys, Tom Mison and Nicole Behari.
Hi, everyone.
Any questions we've got?
We're all stymied.
Is that your name?
Oh, Tom Mison from Sleepy Hollow.
Nicole Behari from Sleepy Hollow. I played Abby Mills.
So, your reaction to Comic-Con this year, a little overwhelming?
Yeah, it's nice to, last year there was such a positive reaction to because we premiered the pilot here last year. And, people really seemed to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were looking forward to this year and we got to show some previews of season 2 and it's just nice, even more people went for it. It's, we're stuck in a bubble where we're shooting, we're working all the time. And so it's not like when you do a play and you can gauge audience reaction as you're going along, or if you're doing a film, you can watch it in the cinema. And so it's nice to see what the viewers.
Well, do you get that interaction
We
from,
have our
from
own
social
barn.
media?
We have our own barn. Last year we came here and our show hadn't aired. So we're so glad to have everyone here. And yesterday when we did our panel, the room was full. So that was just huge. It's amazing.
Oh, everyone loves the show. I mean, it's you get this whole group of people who are like, yeah, I'm not into like sci-fi and supernatural stuff, but that Sleepy Hollow is really fun, you know, because they tap into the history or the historical aspect, and then they just go along for the ride.
That's very nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're covering all the spectrums. And by the way, yes, you do have a fancy bodyguard behind you too.
3.
Yes.
Oh
It's a great photo op.
Such a big fandom. You know, what's your reaction to the fan fiction, fan art, and all those things?
I mean, it can't be anything other than a massive compliment. It shows that people are engaged in the show, and we've said lots of times before, when you see people writing fan fiction and they're drawing and they're painting, to know that we're doing work that inspires people to create their own stuff, there's not really much more you can ask for.
Yeah. And Tom was born for this. Look at him. He's just like ready for it.
I'm in heaven here.
Great. Tom, I'm going to bring you up, guys.
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much.